you just said that you're assuming the president will be updated momentarily by the team. What was he doing for the last several hours while they were in these meetings?
Well, they were having conversations, right? They were on the Hill, the negotiators. But how would he? Yeah, but how would he be updated if they're still having conversations on the Hill? It just ended moments ago.
Couldn't he call her?
Look, Peter. Look, Peter.
The first year of his term, he conducted, because of the COVID pandemic, by video conference. Is that not possible right now?
Look, Peter, we're going to give the space to these negotiators, and so he continued to hold the line in that way. And so, look, we're going to have the negotiators have their conversation, and so the president's going to get an update from his team, as he did last night, as he done the last couple of days. I'm just going to keep going. Go ahead.
So the last time that we got this close to a debt ceiling default, President Obama deputized his vice president to lead the negotiations. Why doesn't President Biden trust Vice President Harris to lead these negotiations while he's in Asia?
Well, I disagree with the premise of your question. The president does. Well, let me.
She could be at the Capitol, right?
The president entrusts the vice president, as we all know, as we have stated many times. She was in the meeting with the congressional members that occurred very recently, right before the president left for Japan. She has been in regular conversations as well, and has been in conversations with the president. He has taken her consult and listened to her advice, as he always does on many issues. This is one of many issues. And
why is it important to hold on to that semantics? Because clearly there are discussions about Democrats giving away things that they would never, ever want to give away. So, I mean, there is a negotiation and it's being prompted by something. So if not the debt limit, then what is this negotiation?
There's a budget negotiation. This happens every year. And look, the president has been very clear, default is not negotiable. You cannot negotiate on that has been very clear. So again, when it comes to the default, it is not negotiable, and we should be moving that forward without conditions.
A regular order under sort of extraordinary circumstances.
Look, we're having a separate discussion on budget and spending priorities.
On the budget, then the debt ceiling doesn't get lifted, correct?
Here's the thing, that shouldn't be the case. It should not be the case. The debt limit should be dealt with.
I have a question about the logistics of this, because you say that they're separate conversations. But what's going to happen when the legislation hits Congress and in it is to raise the debt ceiling, but it comes with fiscal spending cuts?
Well, we're not even there yet. Right now, the negotiations are happening on the budget. That's where we are. We believe that we can get to a good place if it happens in good faith.
The ceiling for fiscal spending cuts.
Look, we've been very clear. These are two separate conversations that are happening. One is saying that, look, default is not negotiable. We've been very, very clear about that. And having a conversation about the budget.
Does any sense if a short-term extension is still on the table?
So look, I'm not going to negotiate from here. I'm going to be very clear. We see a path forward. We think there's a path forward.
White House is not negotiating on this.
We are not. We are very, very clear about that. The president has been very clear about that. We're having a separate conversation about the budget. And so we've been very clear. We cannot default. We are not a country that defaults on our debt. And the president and I have been very clear about that.